They stole the identity in 2001. What about the person whose identity was stolen? Don't you think about them? Did Chidima's parents steal that particular identity or that ID number and then got access to the system of the immigration of South Africa and ended up putting every detail in there?
No. There was somebody in Home Affairs in the inside department who said, okay, I have this identity number, but I want to give it to someone I know.
There was a South African in there, corrupt to the core, who decided to sell that particular identity.
There was a scallum.
There was a scallum. There was a South African in there who didn't give a crap about those other South Africans. Hey, and Chidima's case, by the way, is only big because of this huge event, Miss South Africa. So now we know about that.
Yeah.
That freaking case happens left, right, and center every single day where corrupt black South Africans are selling identities to anybody that has money, man.
Yeah.
What you talking?
There are prices for it.
Yes.
So how can, there's a system in place. They have their Telegram groups of how to get it.
Yo, what's happening, guys? It's your boy Uncle P. Well, so I came across this guy yesterday. I was invited on his live stream. So I did a bit of research, and he's a Congolese national who has been living in South Africa for over 30 years, as he said himself in that live stream. And he claims to have traveled every province in South Africa, and he knows South Africa very well. Now, I went through his YouTube channel, and I saw his content. And it got me thinking, you know, this is exactly why I decided to make the content I'm making right now, because it doesn't make sense to me, and I think it shouldn't make sense to any logical individual, that you can come to somebody's country. As you can see, that man is well put together, speaks well, he dresses well. So that means that the South African culture, the South African nation, gave him a home. Keep in mind, this is from DRC. We know what's happening in Congo right now. He left his country for years, grew up here with the South African wealth, with the South African love, with the South African culture. And yet, he has the audacity to have a whole channel where he basically speaks negative and against South Africa and calls the xenophobes, Afrophobes and all that. I was in his live stream. He even started talking about Orania at one stage in his live stream, and I just decided to log out. I said what I needed to say. I said to him, don't worry, it was at midnight, it was just around 1 a.m. I said to him, next time, let's have a live stream where it's you and me, and then we can go head to head, because I just don't understand how I welcome you to my home. Give you a second chance which your own home couldn't give you. Guys, like, on the real, like, I just don't understand how you speak negatively of a nation that gave you a second chance. Because a lot of Congolese, Nigerians, Ghanaians, all these countries, most of the people, including Angolans, although with Angola, at one stage, it was mostly for education purposes, because the government said if you leave the country and you study outside, and when you come back, you are guaranteed a good job. But most Africans are leaving their countries because of the poor development in their countries, the poor management from government, and like literally there's nothing to live for. If you research the whole country of Congo, it is literally falling apart. There is nothing there, no purpose, no reason. Then you badmouth the country that gives you a second chance because you lack what? Like, even the Chidima story, that little clip that I paid for you guys. So this is the logic that he has on that video. That because the source is the Home Affairs officials, Chidima did nothing wrong. So basically, as we humans are, we did absolutely nothing wrong. Because remember, our wrongdoings and our sins, the source is the devil. Therefore, God shouldn't technically be punishing us. He should be punishing the devil because he is the creator of sin. We did nothing wrong. But wait, should God really be punishing the devil because God is the creator of all things? He knows the beginning and the end, is the Alpha, the Omega. He knew you before you in the mother's womb. God is there. And so technically, the devil was an angel. God knew something was going to happen. So the foundation of all sins, of everything wrong, is God. Therefore, God should technically punish himself. That is his logic. Think about it. Chidima's mom stole an identity because she didn't physically go and steal it, go into the Home Affairs system and do everything. She's not the victim. The fact that I, as a foreigner, used the vulnerability of a South African official lacking, manipulated him into funding, giving him money under the table to entice him into doing things that he shouldn't do. It's his fault, not mine. Can you see the logic that is not logicking? All of them are wrong, including Chidima's mother. Because if logic was logicking, he was going to be on some, well, she knew that another lady's identity was being given to her. So she was aware of it, that another person's life was being destroyed. As a common sense individual, an individual that cares for others, an individual that sees wrongdoing as wrong, that enters into somebody's country and wants to do right because that country has given them a second chance. You don't do things like that. And this is the funny thing. I noticed that a lot of foreigners who are locally, who are living in South Africa, who are speaking like this gentleman, if you really track them and how they acquire their own identities, fraudulently. Because if he's Congolese, that means he started with walking in here with a passport. From a passport, he probably applied for an asylum. From an asylum, he went to a refugee status, ID, and then from there on, boom, 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 depending on which identification he has right now. Like, I just don't understand how you leave your nation because you want greener pastures. You walk into the nation that gives you these greener pastures, that gives you this second opportunity, and then you spit on it. I'm being called a bad kister because I want to be accepted by South Africans. They're talking about how the rest of Africa is seeing South Africa as. That's not true. The rest of the world should see South Africa as what the rest of the world is seeing that the other people doing. If you look at, I put it here, Turkey, India, all these countries, America, the UK, all these countries are deporting foreigners, illegal foreigners, immigrants. But all of a sudden, South Africa is where all of us say enough is enough because it's black versus black. So it's okay for you to come and destroy my home just because we have the same skin color? Then they have the audacity to say that South Africans would not stand against their slave masters. I have never been robbed by a white person. When I'm locking up my doors and I'm putting electrical fences and protecting all these assets, I'm not protecting it from a white person, I'm protecting it from a black person. And 9 out of 10, that black person happens to be a foreigner and it happens to be legal. Because your fingerprints are not in the system, therefore when you do get your fingers onto my things, they can't find you. Why are people not using logic? This literally started from identity fraud. Instead of people coming up and saying that this is a big issue and it's happening around the world, and why is it so common with this specific nation? If South Africa was xenophobic and Afrophobic and everything that everybody is saying, they would have targeted everybody. Congolese are also the guy even in one of his videos said Congolese are even doing worse things in South Africa than Nigerians. Him himself as a Congolese is fully aware of this. I'm aware of that too, because I'm within their community. No, I know their community. I still hell from guys. But what I'm trying to say is, you know these things. You know of what these foreigners are doing. And yet you have the audacity to come and say, y'all, why are you guys focusing on Nigerians? Even Congolese are doing it. Even Zimbabweans. Do you think that is right? It's not right. Create a platform where you hold them accountable. We are literally spitting and shitting on a nation that is giving us a second chance. Our countries would never get out of the slums and the shitholes that they are in. Not in our generation. And if you look at the current generation, the way they're moving, They're not going to be better leaders either. We were the ones who were supposed to be the leaders of the future. And we out here arguing on social media and defending nonsensical behavior. For real? For real? What are we even doing at this stage? Like, how is this even a debate that we're having? How are we even bringing up Orania? What does Orania have to do with anything? A private land that was bought by Afrikaners because they felt that they needed to preserve their culture. As a black person, you can go to Orania. Because it's a private land, private, like my home, you can't just come here and stay here. You need my permission to stay in my house because this is a private property. I bought this, it's mine. If I bought this whole community, you wouldn't be able to enter here without my permission. That doesn't make me racist, sexist, Afrophobic, cyst, what. No. All it means that it's my property, I make the rules. So the fact that they made rules, and you guys have this assumption they're going to have their own state, they're going to have their own military. Guys, smoking screen, it's like Hollywood. These guys, they are just acting. All that things they are doing, listen, they are still run by the RAND and the laws of this country. They still get arrested by SAPS. If you don't know what that is, it's the South African Police Service. Guys, they still get their ID at the same Home Affairs, even though it's in Orania. Same credits, same everything, same grants. They may create their own uniqueness, their own what. Guys, it's like they're playing Monopoly. That's what you all are not understanding. That's like playing Monopoly. And the fact that South Africa is actually a nation that allows people exclusivity. Indians can have their own place, black people can have their own place and all that. And your guys are like, yeah, but your slave masters are doing the audacity. Slave masters. It mind boggles people that South Africans, black South Africans, have the ability to only be 30 years in their independence and have the heart to forgive what only happened 30. I'm 36 years old, guys. That means that shit happened just there. I was alive when they were feeling their things. The fact that their independence is so short-lived and they have that heart to forgive and welcome while they're still trying to pick themselves up. We spit on their face, we call them weak. If we truly understood what love was, we would know that what South Africa shows to the world is love. The problem is me, I grew up with my father and my mother. A lot of Africans didn't grow up with their fathers in the home. So you don't understand what fatherly love is, because fatherly love comes with a whip, not motherly love. Fatherly love comes with a whip. So because most of us don't understand fatherly love, it's the same love that the God of the Bible has. It comes with a whip. So when South Africa embraces you, gives you that comfort and that warmth, and you disrespect it and then it whoops you, what do you then do? You Afrophobic, xenophobic, you say all these things. But you are forgetting that true love is not all candies and flowers. You need to be disciplined within the process of being loved. So you know the right from wrong, so you choose right. But the problem with you, when you get whooped, what do? You go even deeper in the wrong and insult that gives you a home. Okay, guys, let's all go back to our countries. Forget the fact that Google idea. I don't even know what this shit is. Forget the fact that I'm legal in this country. Forget the fact that all this exists. Let's all go back to our countries. All of us. Legal, illegal, immigrant, without. Let's all go back to our countries. Let's see what happens. Guys, we will not survive. Me, for a fact, I will not. First of all, the weather alone in Angola will kill me. See this dark mark? Yes, it came from fighting and getting punched a lot. But some of it came from the sun there. The dust, the conditions, the waters, everything about that country will kill me. Because this immune system, tender. It's tender for this weather here. It's soft. Can't handle those hashes. Hey, Baba, not built for that kind. To be in Angola, you need to be a man. Even the women need to be What more Nigeria? What more Congo? Imagine this guy sending back to Congo where there's no McDonald's, KFC, Nando's, all those things don't exist. He must eat dendo from the streets. He must eat chicken yash from the street. He won't survive in his own country. He will not survive. Send that guy just for 1 year. I dare you, send him for 1 year back to his country. He won't survive. He will lose weight. You see that yellow boneness. He will become dark-skinned, that nigga. But we're out here just running our mouth in the comfort of South Africa. Look at how nice I am. Chill, bro. Relax. I ain't sweating. The weather's nice, calm, cool. My kids are all there nicely. I live in a safe, beautiful neighborhood. Enclosed. We can take a walk, go to the garage, go to the mall. These niggas can't do this shit in their country. The moment you step out of your rusty ass homes, it's dusty. There's no tar roads. No tar roads at all. It is hot. It's smelly. It's just bad. There's no mall where you can just go and just, I'm going to the mall. There's no, unless you are in Lagos, you are in the capital city, you are in Rwanda, you are in a proper place. But in South Africa, it's everywhere. Even when you're in Soweto, even when you're in Alexandra, even when you're in Tembisa, there are malls that you can just take a walk. Even, guys, listen. Even people who live in the squatter camps here in SA live better than a lot of people who are living in proper homes in our countries. Why are we lying? Why are we here just lying? Like just lying. We're just out here lying. And why are we acting butt kissing South African? Guys, if we're not butt, okay, fine. Let's not butt kiss. All the Africans, whether you're in Europe, in America, UK, everywhere you are, go back to your countries. I dare you. Why are we going to people's countries if our countries are fine? If these people are xenophobic, they're racist, they don't like us. Why are we going? Why are we living? Why are we not fixing our country? Why are we not voting in our countries? Why are we not fighting for the right of our lands? We are all scattered all over the world. And now we have the audacity to speak nonsense about these countries that are receiving us. Angola, 35 years, same president. Couldn't vote that nigga out for shit. José Eduardo dos Santos. Now this one here. Guys, listen. 2 political parties in jail. Here in South Africa, you got multiple. Right now, being legal in this country, being a citizen, even as a foreigner, you can start your own political party. That's how much freedom you have in this country. Guys, I look at foreigners, the way they behave in South Africa. Because when you go to Europe and all this and you see the way they are very, very calm, very demure, very nonchalantly, very chilled, because they know around there the cops are going to deal with them. But because the corruption and everything with the officials, yes, SA and everything else, foreigners are just, guys are driving without licenses. Guys are illegal, sitting in corners waiting for temporary jobs. Guys are working in homes, in restaurants. Now we see that people are being arrested in this restaurant because somebody made this restaurant trend. This place got this because somebody made it trend. The problem with South Africa is that even the officials, even the government, they get excited with trends. If it's doodling of foreigners that is trending that month, they are suddenly active. The moment, whoosh, everything stops. Why don't they go to Brie? We know Brie, all of us in Joburg CBD. We all know where foreigners are scattered. They are sitting in numbers. And we know 9 out of 10 of them ain't got documentation. Why are they not there doing mass deportation? You know why? Because they possess the ability to love and care. And they're like, these are our brothers. We can't just do this. Now they're insulting. Now we are insulting them. Now we are spitting on them. Guys, I'm your boy Uncle P. All I'm gonna say is, I'm just doesn't make sense, man. Doesn't make sense. At this stage, I think any insult that comes my way from any foreigner, foreign national, anything, I'm gonna take it as an illiterate, uneducated opinion. Because even if you brought facts, the Orania was fact that the the 5% white people that are in South Africa are the ruling of the nation. Even if you brought that facts, there's one fact that trumps all those facts. You are a foreigner in South Africa who left your country because there were no opportunities, and you got given a second chance in this country. Respect it. You can't spit and shit where you eat. Period. Period. It doesn't matter whether you are right, doesn't matter whether you are God, doesn't matter whether you are what. You cannot walk into somebody's house, be offered food, comfort, and warmth, and then you insult that person. You are Delel. You are this. Yeah, man.